Today we're talking about the letter J stroke. So we're talking about shapes in another video. So this one's more like a direction. I think about it as scooping underneath my opponent's center of gravity so that I can lift them up from below. I'm sure everyone's here picked something up before, something heavy. A lot of times if you pick it up out here, it'll be tough on your back and it'll rely a lot on your arm strength. But as you get closer to it and then you're able to kind of bump it and scoop it up and kind of hold it there, you're getting yourself underneath its center of gravity so that you can pick it up. You see this a lot in kata. The one that comes to mind right now is like the P9 Sandan hip toss. So they go here and come around, they squat down, they come up, and they do that big step. It's the same idea. Arm around here, step through, squat down, lift, right? So I'm only able to pick them up because I scooped myself underneath his center of gravity. And you see this less obviously within the clinch. Okay, we're gonna move around. And you can continue doing, you could do whatever you want from here. And my goal, one thing I'm gonna do, and you see this a lot in kata, is keep this frame that's actually like scooping underneath your elbows at your triceps so that you can't get low and down on my legs, right? So we're gonna do this. Just try to move me around. And I'm just gonna apply pressure upward. And you'll notice this posture changes every time I do that. I always think about like I'm shooting in like a rhino or an elephant horn. It's going down and up at all times. It's not like I can keep that pressure the entire time, but as we move around, that is one. Try to take it down. Step here. There it is again. That's a counter for a sweep because I lifted the center of gravity up. And this underhook here helps me do that too. So I'm like literally just trying to make him hop because he needs to be able to sink down to lift up. So if I prevent him from sinking, he's not going to be able to lift up, right? So we'll keep going. Lift here. Driving my head into his shoulder here to lift up his center of gravity. It also lifts me up, but it prevents him from grabbing my leg. Because if you guys notice, if I get to here and I stay low, drive into me, this is going to take me down. Yeah, he's able to sink down even lower because I'm not in a good spot. So if I'm able to slip, I'm going to start driving into him and start lifting him up. And those are like not obvious examples of just being able to scoop underneath them, right? So we'll keep going. Now I'll keep talking as we work. So right now we're pushing side to side, so there's a lot of like lateral horizontal movement. And I'm gonna try to make it vertical whenever I want to. Once I go clear through. If I pick up this leg here, I'm picking it up and scooping into him, so I can really pick it up. And again, it's coming from underneath. And I also tried a couple where I was actually up and over the top. Same thing though. You think the letter J, flip it up upside down, it's still letter J, just upside down, right? So that was one example here. I had the underhook. I was trying to lift him up. He buried down. So I went with that and I went over the top, right? But the idea is I still broke his posture down and kept him like that. So again, these are things to just think about as you're in the clinch.